Hi everybody!
Hi guys!
Hailee and Kendra here. Something that you guys ask us a lot is how we came out. So we're here to tell you how we did it. You can go ahead.
Me?
Yeah?
No, you should go first.
Okay, well, I was born in the South and in a very traditional area. So coming out for me was a lot different than for Kendra. Because Kendra...
Well, I have two moms. They're
Yeah.
married, they're lesbians, they're great, I love them.
And she's from St. Louis, where it's a huge city.
More liberal.
Yeah. So whenever I came out, it wasn't until after I left to go to college.
When did you come out to yourself, though?
Okay, that's a good point. I came out to myself, I think, in 7th grade. That's kind of whenever I knew something was different. I had a boyfriend at the time, and I just felt 1,000 times more connected to my best friend than I did my boyfriend, and I just thought it was weird because how my friends were talking about their boyfriends was actually how I felt about my best friend at the time. And the more and more I thought about it, the more I was like, oh my god, I think that I'm gay. And my best friend at the time was like, Hailee, you're a lesbian. And I was like, no, I'm not. Because in my mind at that time, it would have been the worst thing to have said to my parents or my family because, you know, it's not widely accepted like it is now. It still is not in some of the places that we go to here in the South, but that's anywhere you go. So I kind of came out to myself like in 7th grade. I kind of knew then. It wasn't until high school whenever I started actually like talking to girls and liking girls. And I kind of just really focused myself on work and sports in high school. I ran cross country, softball, wrestling, so I kind of just focused on that, and I eventually got into school up in Illinois for wrestling, which was a blessing. And a month after I turned 18, I moved 14 hours away from home and went to college. And that's when I actually came out to my family. My brother had already known for a while because I am very close with my brother. But that freshman year was the year that I told my mom, and my mom and I had a very long conversation about it. And you know, it was hard. It's hard, you know, it's difficult whenever your parents have this expectation and they've gone their entire life imagining how your future is going to be, and they want nothing but the best for you. And you know, it was obvious that my mom was scared that I was going to have repercussions for it. But you know, 7 years after the fact, you know, she's so supportive and so kind and loves Kendra and treats Kendra as if she was her own, and I'm so blessed. So it just took time, and the rest of my family is supportive, and if they're not, they don't really make me feel that way. So, yeah. What about you? When did you come out to yourself?
I came out to myself probably in like 6th grade, maybe 7th grade, something like that. I went to Girl Scout camp for like years, my entire life. I went my entire summer to Girl Scout camp, and during the school year, I spent the school year looking forward to going to Girl Scout camp. It's my whole life. I loved it. Love being outside. Love women. But I knew because my best friend at Girl Scout camp, I realized I had feelings for her. And I had feelings for a few other girls at school that were a little, and I mean, I think I knew something was different about me earlier than that, but I really came out to myself in 6th grade, 7th grade. I told my first best friend in 7th grade that I was bi, and she was accepting, she was great. And then I came out to my mom as bi, and I told her, I was like, Mom, I think I'm bisexual. And I remember it specifically. We were driving in the car together, and she goes, okay. And I was like, wait, what? I expected like more of a reaction. What? And she goes, honey, I'm sorry. I just kind of figure everybody in high school is bi. And I was like, well, okay. And then by the time that I was actually going into my freshman year of high school, I had come in myself more and realized that no, I'm definitely a lesbian. And all of my family was accepting. I have two moms, and they're married, and my dad is also gay. He has a partner, so I think most of my family was already pretty into the gay culture.
Yeah.
I think my hardest part about coming out was not wanting to live up to what everybody told me I was going to be when I was younger. Because when I was younger, it was a harder time for lesbians, especially lesbians with children. We specifically didn't know who my dad was for the first 5 or 6 years of my life, because that was at a time when people would take children from gay people because they were unfit to raise kids. We didn't want that to happen, so we didn't know.
And they're wonderful. They are.
Yeah, they are. I love my moms.
The hardest part for me coming out was not disappointing my parents, you know. But as time went on, like, my parents reassure me that I'm not a disappointment at all. So, sorry, I didn't mean to.
No, you're good. I was just gonna say that everybody told me when I was younger that I was gonna be gay because my moms were gay, and like that's not really how that works. And I didn't want.
It's not, because my parents are straight.
Yeah, and I didn't want to live up to a stereotype. You know, nobody wants to live up to a stereotype. But really, the most important thing is to be yourself and to make sure that you're happy and loving and treating others in the best way that you can. And ideally, people will come to treat you that same way.
If you guys have any more questions, please feel free to join our Discord or message us on Instagram and let us know. Kendra and I are planning on making more YouTube videos now that our vacation's coming to an end. So you guys go ahead and make sure you hit the subscribe button. Check out our Instagram. We also made a Patreon for you guys that don't want to deal with TikTok's gifting controversy right now. Totally optional. We'll put all the information down below. But we love you guys, and we're so excited that we've created this family that's so wonderful and beautiful. We love you guys so much.
Thanks for hanging out with us all the time, and we really appreciate you guys and everything that you do, and we hope that you are having a great 2020.